Hi, Robin with Oxy-Dry. And this is in an area, just on the edge of an area, goes up the hill behind me, which is a very high-end area. This is called the Wilden, and but down in this area down here in this valley, this is called Glenmore Valley. We actually used to live just over that way a little bit in an apartment when we first moved to Kelowna from Penticton. It was a nice place. That was a long time ago now, 12 years ago, more. Anyway, and we got orchards, I guess vineyards over there as well. Kind of nice, really nice area here. Anyway, I'm doing this house. This is about 17 years old. It's a berber. I just vacuumed everything. It really looks well cared for, but it is showing its age. You can see the wear pathway, and there's obviously soiling, but quite a path here, which is typical over 17 years of wear and tear. When the folks first moved in here, there was 2 teenage sons that were here as well. They're gone now, growing up, I guess, and that's what happens, eh? But anyway, so you can see there's you can see the double lane of the feet, and apparently the wife here, she has to have shoes on all the time. She's got issues with her feet, so she wears orthotics, and so whatever shoes she's wearing, there could be some degree of footwear transfer happening as well. Obviously we're going to clean it. I'm doing the whole house. This is the upper floor, and then I've got 2 sets of stairs and then a basement area to do. It's a pretty big job, actually. And I'm going to do it a little bit different than I normally do. At least we're going to try this. I've got the green stripe Astro turf pad on there, and I'm going to try it. Many years ago, this is all I ever had to use, and I wouldn't say I was dissatisfied with them, but usually you can move faster and even more effectively with a fiber pad followed by a extraction pad. But I just thought, let's give it a try in here, because I've been using it a little bit more lately, primarily on commercial work, and I thought, I'm going to give it a try on this job, and we'll just see how it works. We've really just got these traffic lanes where the carpet is obviously soiled. The rest of it really doesn't look bad at all, so a lot of this dark pathway could actually simply be the dulling of the iron from abrasion over the years. This is an olefin, by the way. So, and of course you're walking on the side of the iron, not on the end of the iron, like a cut pile would be. You'd be walking on like the tips of my fingers, where with a berber you walk on the side of the iron, and that actually kind of magnifies wear on the carpet fiber, because you got this whole side of the iron that's scuffed and scraped and dulled, and so you get a dulling effect on the iron. That's one of the issues that you have with a berber. And it's one of the reasons why when you actually use a system like this, SETT method, where you're scrubbing, you end up with usually a brighter appearance on the carpet, because you're actually scrubbing the soil off the carpet, and that it works better. So let's give it a try. Now I had somebody commented the other day about a solution spinning off and going onto the baseboard, and regardless of whether you're running at 175 or 300 RPM, that will happen, and there's nothing much you can do about it, and it's not a big deal in almost every case. But a couple of things you can do to lessen that is if you're assuming you're shower feeding, don't be pulling your trigger and feeding down when you're right over at the door. Go in front of the door like I'm doing right now, and then after you've passed over and you've applied some solution here, then when you get over to the doorway, you don't apply anything, and that'll minimize the amount of slinging off. And even when I was using my MD-180, which actually is a center feed, and is a, well, it's actually a 180, but nevertheless it's a slow speed, it still would do that to a certain extent. And it's not a big deal, actually. You will end up getting some splatter onto your baseboards. Again, it's not a big deal. It just isn't a concern. And by the way, this is working very well. Very well indeed. Now, I did spray a little bit of suspend pre-spray on the obvious traffic lanes with my trigger spare. But yeah, this is cleaning just fine. I can tell it's cleaning just fine because I can see the soil is coming right off the carpet without any difficulty at all, really. Now the Astro Turf green stripe pad, the white material of it is either polyester or a polyester rayon blend. I'm not actually sure, and I think it depends on the manufacturer. Some of them might be 100% polyester, and I think others are a blend. It depends on the manufacturer, I guess. But anyway, one of the things about what I'm doing right here is, one of the reasons I've chosen to use this pad is because in this case I would be able to clean this carpet using a single pass or a single step. In other words, I'm not going to use the fiber pad followed by an extraction pad. Now I could, but that'll add a little bit of time to the job, and I don't necessarily think it's always I don't think it's always necessary to do that. And I can see what's happening on the carpet, and it's looking great. This is completely satisfactory what's happening here. And we're going to do a little experiment, which we will give it a try after I've done this. I'm going to run over the high traffic areas with an Ironman pad and see if there's any significant amount of soil that it picks up. You can see there's slinging off going over there, and I haven't even applied anything over here. I'm not feeding down at all, so it will pick up on the pad and it will spin out. This is at 200 RPM. But that traffic lane is coming right off without any problem at all. So I think this was a good call, choosing this pad for this job. So we're going to move this back. I think it was right around there. And then there's a power here, which I unplugged. Set Okay. They didn't want me to really move anything, but I told them I'd move that exercise bike. Okay. That traffic lane is looking pretty darn good. I mean, there's wear there. There will always be a dullness there anyway because of the wear effect on the carpet, but the soil is coming out without any problem. So now I'm going to run over these traffic areas at high speed as I exit my way out of the room. This is 300 RPM. I think this is working very well. And this, I'm putting with Nanomax in the tank as usual, 1.5 ounces per gallon. This is a neutral pH cleaner, which is what I almost always choose for residential carpet anyway. Now they didn't want me to move anything here, so I will not move anything. This is just the guest room, and obviously it has had very little use in it, so it's not showing any visible signs of soiling really. Okay. This room isn't showing hardly any soiling either. Okay, let's go back over to the entryway here. Get behind the door. You can see this traffic lane has come out very well indeed. And the nice thing about it is it'll actually look even better tomorrow than it does today. But just because we're kind of curious, let's run the Ironman over the high traffic area and see if anything obviously comes up. Definitely got some soiling on there. I can feel that it's turning a little bit slower. I'm not seeing any change in the appearance of the carpet. You can't see anything really visible changing on the carpet, so that's really the indication of how the carpet is cleaning is how it looks. And as you're cleaning, you're always observing and taking you're watching carefully to see how the carpet is responding to the cleaning. And we'll just go over this area here. Again, you can see that traffic area, the soiling is gone. There's wear. There is definitely wear on the 17-year-old carpet. So there's going to be a visible, to a certain degree, there will be a visible wear path. And you can't fix that, of course. Scoot over here. I won't go into this room. That room had no visible soiling anyway. Just scoot over the traffic areas in here. This one didn't really have any visible soiling, but I'm going to do it anyway. Okay, let's go over to the top of the steps and we'll take a look and see if there's any significant amount of soiling on this Ironman pad. But boy, that traffic lane looks wonderful. Okay, let's have a look. That's very little indeed. So that's interesting. I think that's completely satisfactory. Don't have to follow with an Ironman pad. You'll always get something off anyway, and some of that is actually just moisture present there. So yeah, it looks very satisfactory. And look how wonderful this carpet looks. Okay, I'll let you go. I'm going to continue on. So thanks for watching and have a good day.